Alright, what is up guys? Mick here from East Coast Geeks. What do I want to show you today? What I want to show you is a plugin for Kerbal Space Program. It's called MechJeb. Okay, let me go ahead and pick that for you. It's in the control area of the parts. I'll go ahead and stick it here. And I'm going to show you why I want to show you this, and it's mainly because it makes flying a lot easier. I was never very good at achieving circular orbits at all. I did get orbit a few times flying by hand, but it was pretty ugly, so I'll go ahead and show you how this can aid a lot of people in maybe flying a little better. Okay, go ahead and launch. I just stuck it right there on the capsule. That was from the last video. I had a little bit of a problem there. Alright, now you see that you got this little tab here on the right. Click it. Ascent Autopilot. I'm going to go ahead and just engage because it's at the altitude I want, which is 100 kilometers. Spacebar. And that's all you do. It's going to fly itself here now. I'll let this run for a second or two before I jump at it, just to show you guys what it's like, or I'll fast forward this and mute it. I'm not sure, but you can see the parts are dropping. It completely handles auto staging. It auto throttles for you, and it automatically warps when you hit the apoapsis, or I'm not sure what that is exactly, but it basically is just a complete autopilot. You don't have to touch your keyboard at all. It'll fly you right to the orbit, and really can't beat it if you're new at the game. I really recommend it. It really helps out a lot. The one neat thing too is you get this with it. Ascent stats tells you your launch mass, current mass, steering losses, and all that. Now I definitely don't recommend using Ascent Autopilot with speed and use any of the warp, because I just did that to speed the video up before, and it completely messed everything up. The ship started breaking apart, and I basically crashed. So, but I'm going to go ahead. You can see it's taking a gravity turn now. It's building speed to get into the orbit, so I'll go ahead and probably speed it up from here, and yeah. Alright, it's about to throttle back. There it is right now, and it's going to auto warp us to the apoapsis. Not sure now. Yeah, you can see it's coasting now, and it's going to do that pretty much almost until you're in full orbit, and then it'll do a quick little burn here, and yeah, you'll be in a orbit at 100 kilometers. You can adjust that to 200, 300, whatever you want your orbit to be. Makes it really easy for a moon shot as well. I've landed on the moon using this, and it was really nice. And here we are. We're at 98,300, and we're about to approach the apoapsis. If somebody could tell me the correct pronunciation of that word, I'd really appreciate it. Here we are, almost there. 300 to go. And like I said, once we get here, it's going to do a short burn, and then we'll be in steady orbit, and it'll be a perfectly circular orbit for the most part. Here's the burn, and as you can see on the map here, this will start changing, and it just fired the last stage, and it should pop out here shortly. Let's see, check my fuel because we got to land as well. Yep, there it is, and you can see your periapsis is growing. So 100,000, and it stopped. So what we can do now, that was pretty cool, we're in orbit, but how do we get back down? We've got new landing autopilot. I think we'll land at Kerbal, so we'll land at target KSP, and then just hit land at target. What that'll do is it'll go ahead and time warp. Let me see if I can find Kurth. As you can see, we're flying around, and as you get close, it'll slow down and start another burn. Let's see here. Got to keep an eye on my file size because apparently it doesn't like anything over 2 gigs. So go ahead, take a look on the map of where we're at. Kerbal is there. We're coming around the horizon on it, and it slowed us back down to 1. It's going to start doing adjustment burns. As you see here, it's calculating it. It usually lands me to the west of it. Not quite sure why, but that's what it usually does. So I'll go ahead and we'll do another fast forward jump cut here until this is we're close to landing. Alright, I'm back here from a little bit of a fast forward we did, and I'm going to go ahead and speed it up manually here. Go ahead and get a little closer, get a little lower. And it's already adjusting for us again, because we are apparently 0.8 kilometers west of the target. So it's going to do another burn here. As you can see over here, that's the continent the Kerbal's on. So we are closing on it quickly. Alright, I'm going ahead and lowering the gear just in preparation for landing. We're not going to do a parachute landing. I'm actually going to show you how it lands with the engine and stuff like that lander. Eventually I need to work on a moon mission. I'll show you guys that. Then I'll go into all the space probes and things, satellites. It's neat because they added one thing now, solar power, which I'll show you guys. I didn't show you that in the first video, but you got batteries and electric now. Engines produce, but you can put solar panels on it too, and that'll produce power from the sun. And for longer space missions and stuff, I guess you should have it. But I don't quite know if there's anything that happens if you don't, if you let the batteries run out. I've never had it happen since this update. I haven't tried for a long mission or anything like that, but like I said, they're there for if you really want them for realism and things like that. So, and we are at 37,000, 35,000, and I think it should kick in again. It's been a while since I've done this, since a different update, so I don't know if it's changed. Or you can also set your touchdown speed here. It's set to 0.5, so that works out, I guess, well. I've never really messed around with it, but we're almost there. Let me see here. Let me zoom here. There's some debris, I think. I can't see it. Can't target on it. It's not showing me. Whatever it is, it's falling. Oh, no, actually that's Kerbal. Excuse me. We are 60 meters or kilometers from Kerbal, so Kerbal Space Flight Center, I should say. Engine should kick in here shortly. If it doesn't, I'll pull the chute. I think we're still doing still aero braking right now. We'll see. Actually, I'm not quite sure if that engine's going to kick back in or not. Oh no, the time warp was off. That's exactly what it was. We were in a time warp, I think. But go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and pull the chute. Disconnect. And pull the parachute. Turn off. I got to turn off the autopilot, and we'll basically just float down to Kerbal now. But this is exactly why I love this mod, because it's really simple. It makes me feel a little more accomplished versus getting in some horrible orbit or getting launched and basically stuck outside of the Earth's orbit and things like that. So definitely do recommend this for anybody who is horrible at flying like I am. And yeah, Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a good day.